Hello, it's me Dryzz, and today we have a different video. Because this time I will try to not use subtitles to make the editing way faster. This video will be about the Warframe Techrot Encore update. So I'll show you how to do the new stuff, so the new game mode, with how to farm Temple and his weapon, the Liches, the new infested Liches, ETA, the new weapons, how to get the new weapons. Okay, let's go. So we'll start with the Liches. First the loadout. So that's what I run. The first one here is just because I'm leveling it up, so you don't need to have this. I like to have a frame that doesn't die and that can kill fast, so Revenant does it really well. I like to have a single target destroyer, so Latum of course, and something to clear masses of enemies in case your Warframe doesn't do it really well. And well, I have Zenuric here, but mostly I don't really care about it. I also have a Hound Companion to prime. That's the Revenant one. It's basically to use all 4 abilities, given the fact that I have a Whirl over Enthrall. So that's gonna be my Latum build. You don't need to have the same thing exactly, it's just what I know works properly. That's my Falcor build. So what I recommend is you set your game to be solo, friends only, or invite only. You do the Cobin West node. As you spawn you can rush to the objective right away. And now you just kill enemies. That's just the normal game. I'm supposed to find a special, well, drop a special item from the enemies. First, oh yeah, that. You need to find this item. It will drop from an enemy. You pick it up, and you bring it to these targets. It will start a hack. There we go. You don't have to be successful in the hacking, it just gives maybe a potency mod. Then you can rush to the Legacytes. I recommend doing it solo because Legacytes in squad are painful as hell to kill. Then you can extract. Alright, you don't need to do this node specifically. I think you can do the Exterminate and Survival too, but this one is just much faster. So now, there's New Year's the... what? New Year's the Pram source that spawned from Packet, but this system is a bit different. This isn't like the normal Liches. So once you have your infested Lich, you will see this is the interface. What you will need are these mods, I think they're called antiviruses, and these mods. Well, you don't need these, but it's just better to have them. These are potency mods. Potency mods drop really well. Like, you don't need to actively farm them, while to get the blue ones, you need to go to Olvania, you press Q, or whatever it is, to open the shortcuts, and go to bounties, and you do this one. So as you can see, all the rewards are different. Viruses mod, or antiviruses, and these are basically the Requiem mods. So once you have these mods, I recommend having all 8 of them. You can also buy them from the market. Okay, so now that you have your antivirus mods, you equip 3 of them. Doesn't matter which, you just equip 3 of them, then you can start a mission. You need to start the missions with the green tentacles around them. That's where your Lich can spawn. Yeah, you can set to public this time, because allies can spawn their own Liches too, and you'll see later, but that can be really nice. So for now, the mission just started for me, and I don't really do anything specific, I just kill. There's no thralls to slay like all the other Liches, you just do your missions. I recommend, as my allies did, to use an air support charge if you have the parallax, so I think it's called Orokinai, because that will mark all the thingies for the reputation, which you will need for other stuff, especially the weapons that are not those from codas or Temple. So as you can see, it's not like the Liches and stuff, well, the other Liches, where when you start a survival for your Lich, you have to survive for 5 minutes and then it's not endless. Here it is a normal endless mission. Now we can just rush to extraction. So I really recommend you get these reputation thingies, because that will help also for your Liches in a way. I'll show it later too. So nothing happened in this mission, but that's normal. So as you can see, I got 8 of these and 1 of this one. What I forgot to mention was that when you hover over a mission, you see there's written duet chance 50% down there. That's how likely they are to spawn in that mission. So the first one is 25, then it increases to 50, then 75, and then to 100%. I've already had them not spawn multiple times in a row at 100%, but yeah. Now, you know what? I'll show you why I say it's better to run it with people, apart from first one where you acquire your Lich. So there's a potency mod, this one, that gives you, that has 10% chance to give you a live hurt cell when you stab your Lich. A live hurt cell is the resource you got when you kill your Lich. So here's, I will get 14 when I finish my Lich, and you can trade these at Holvania. So you open the TP thing, you go to Eleanor, you don't have to do the TP thing, I just prefer. And when you click on Coda Weapons, you can see that here's your live hurt cell count, and each weapon will cost 10. It doesn't show here because I have them already, but each one will cost 10, and as you can see they have different percent and element, which is I think the same for everyone. And so progenitors don't do anything here, and you can buy only once per rotation. So as you can see here, the weapon rotation changes in 1 day, 8 hours, blah blah blah, which means in 1 day and, well, 9 hours, 7 other weapons, or well, 6 other weapons will be here, and we'll get to farm 1 of each. And then the rotation after that, we will probably get these ones again with different stats. And yeah, it will just repeat like that. I think a rotation is like 3 or 4 days, probably 4. Something else keeping in mind is that if you browse wares, there's this item which allows you to change the element of a weapon. So that's really nice. You don't need to wait for a specific element to have the one you want. Okay, I'll try again this exterminate, nice. So again, you just basically do the mission as if there was nothing else to do. I usually just ignore the supply caches, because my goal here is just to speedrun Liches. Oh, okay, here we are. So as you can see, 2 Liches spawned. Well, it's actually 1, because 1 Lich is a duet, so 2 of them will spawn at once. And you basically have to take them down, both of them down. Oh, and it's mine too. So I got lucky here. As you can see, the middle symbol lit up, which means I had the correct virus mod. But it's not the end of it. Okay, and another one spawned. That's really nice. So you just shoot them, or well, attack them. Someone will stab them. They will drop their thingies. Really nice for reputation. And now you run away. Okay, so we have that. Now you go back here. So something I forgot to mention. You don't need any order. You just need 1 virus mod to be correct. And it's like a specific one that will change depending on your Lich. You just have to try 3 mods every time. Sadly, I got it correct on the first try, so it was this mod, as you can see from this logo. So I removed the others, I put it here. Well, you can put it here or here, it doesn't matter. I just put it here because I prefer. And then, if you check your Lich, you can see malware disinfection. So it's at 10% because I stabbed mine once. Well, how did I get first 5%? I'm not even sure. Maybe it starts at 5. But anyway, and you just need to reach 100%. You get 5% every time you stab your Lich, and you get more percent with the potency mod. So this one gives 15%, so I take it. And there's a second one that gives 50%, so I could use these two. But instead of running one of these, so I removed this one just because I have a lot of these. And I like to use this one, which gives a chance to have a live hurt cell. If you run that, you get 15% plus 15%, plus 5% because you've tapped your Lich. So you can get 35% at best. So if I run this one, I will get 30%. You have to run a virus mod because you can't proc the potency mods without the correct virus mod, if I remember correctly. That's why you start with 3 virus mods until you find the right one. As you can see, it has restarted at 25%. Here it says 50% now. No one does that exterminate. That's weird. That guy was being burnt from his home jade light. So that's not my Lich to spawn, but well, it's fine. Maybe my ally will get me a live hurt cell. Oh, antivirus mod. That's nice. Do you say anti or anti? Anti-sounds. Good. That's so cute. Yeah, so I just realized, but this mod drop is probably from the potency mod that gives you a chance, like 25% chance to drop an antivirus mod. Yeah, so as you can see here, it says 75% now. Ah, that's my Lich. Cool. There we go. So as you can see, it won't cost a point from my antivirus mod, but it costs a point from both potency mods, because they both take effect every time you stab them. While for the antivirus mod, it will only cost when you do the final stab at 100%. Disinfection. This tile set looks so nice. Look at that. That's just so cool. I want that in real life. Maybe these were commons in 1999. I want to fight another one. That looks super sick. That came out with Techrot Encore. I am at 20% because it didn't take into account that run yet. So we'll see how I go. It should be 50%, maybe 55% if it counted the allies Lich. I don't think it does, but well, you can go from Hovenia. You just click on bounties and do any of these nodes. But first, let's check the Lich. 50%, yep. Yeah, you really have to pay attention to the potency mods since they can run out mid-run. Like, on the next tab, I won't be at 100%, but this mod will be gone, so I'll have to replace it. What I hate when I start from Hovenia is that I can't wait for a squad before running a mission, so I might end up doing it alone. Oh, look at the dog. I want allies for the potential live net russell I could get, like from the potency mods, if the allies have this, because I already got a couple of live russell from this. And if everyone played with it, that would increase the amount of russell you would get a lot. Like if all 4 Liches spawn in a game, you have 40% chance to have a live russell. Or maybe you can even get 4 in one run if you're really lucky. That's really nice. Lieutenant Millennium FM. Okay. I think you have to be on them if they drop a live russell to get it. Okay, we had Lieutenant and now we have Major. Major Lighthawks Stealth. Okay. Beats the word. Yeah, since the Acolyte is spawning, I will just... Oh! And my Lich is spawned. Okay, Mania, my Lich, yes, let's go. So now I have to remove one of my potential mods and replace it. So in theory, there's a chance I could have gotten 4 live net russells from that run. So wait, I need, I think, 20%? Yeah, so I'm at 80%, so I just need 20%. So that means I'll get 5% from stabbing it, I get 10% from that, and I could get that for 15%. I got 5%. How does that work? Why did I get 5%? Oh, there we go, they spawned. But the Lega site is gonna have to wait then. And that's the last tab. As you can see, the Disinfection will go to 100%. And now it ran away to Earth Proxima. For that part, you don't need the potential mods anymore. So now what you have to do is open the navigation, go to Railjack. So you need to have a Railjack. You don't need to have a good Railjack. Like you can just go with the most basic Railjack and it will be fine. So I prefer to go in solo. Revenant is really nice for this mission, by the way. You'll see why. Like it's almost like Revenant was made for that. So as you spawn, you will want to locate the speakers. They will be marked by themselves after a couple of seconds, but yeah. And as you get close, it will kick you from the pilot seat, and you have to find tumors. Like that. There's 2 of them. You shoot them. First one is here. And then you take care of the infested coming into your Railjack. So you have to kill about 30 of them. And once you've killed the 30 of them, you have to kill the remaining ones. So that's done. Now you have to shoot the speaker. You might need a good turret to do it fast, but like even with a poopy turret, you can be fine. Yeah, we repeat. I just break. So I accidentally broke a tumor down there. There we go, we clear them. If you have a slow Warframe, you can run tactical thingy if you have it to TP around. Like this map, just click on the point. And then you get close to this thingy that will be marked in a couple of seconds. That infested Lich one is so cute, like with his big eye. So you get close to the stadium, you will see a marker, you leave your Railjack, you go in, and there we go. You just go to forward, you shoot those screens, you keep going, there's only one way I think. So now you just have to survive. You don't need to kill any enemies for now, but I'll do it to charge my Incarnon. Wow. And that's why Revenant is amazing. If you're not Revenant, or if you run out of Mesmer charge, you receive a lot of damage. And as you can see, there's something that says avoid stage attacks or suffer double damage. And it's remaining 3. If you get hit 3 times, you will receive 2 times more damage from these attacks. And Revenant's Mesmer skin makes it so that they just don't count. So as you can see, I keep getting attacked by the stage lights. The stage attacks, I mean. And even then... Wow, what the fuck is that? So now you can see their health got red. And I can just attack them. You shoot the small guys and the... Oh, shit. Oh, shit! That's really bad. Okay, I got really fucking lucky there. Oh, I didn't see my Mesmer attacks. Okay, I shot them. But yeah, as you can see, when I run out of Mesmer skin, my health just go haywire. Although I don't even have the double damage debuff. Okay, so they came back. I just use my Roar and my Falcor. Yeah, to kill the smaller ones, the Falcor does wonderful work. So this guy gets amped up, and you stab him after you killed everyone. So again, you get to choose between Vanquish or Convert. If you convert, you don't get the Life Hurt Cell I mentioned. You can't buy a weapon, but you get a Sigil. And you can trade it maybe later. I don't think you can trade it for now. But I'll Vanquish because I want the Life Hurt Cell. There we go. Once it's done, you go to that thing here. It brings you back to your Railjack. And you can leave. So you go to Dryzz. As you can see, you don't get any life hurt cell, because you will get it, like for the cover weapons, in a mail. Yeah, mission complete. As you can see, there's a mail here. It opens by itself, and there we go. You get the poster, the emote, and the life hurt cell. I think the life hurt cell ranges from 10 to 15. Let's just go there. Okay, so it took me a whole hour to clear it, although, I mean, I was quite slow. It could have been faster. But yeah, overall, I guess they're slower than Liches and stuff. Okay, so Roller Frames, Eleanor, go there, and here you can buy the weapon you want. Don't ride the bike. I just well, Auto Bridge did it for me. Because yeah, you can insta-hack these things.
How he says. Tell the Drifter they are now being hunted by online only. It's not them, it's the Techrot. It stole their shape. Oh, sweet lure, this is horrible. Emoticon, emoticon, emoticon.
Arthur is amazing. Okay, getting a new Lich. Meatball 2 live. Lobo. His names are so goofy. Okay, let's check what he has. 11, he has an ephemera, a plush, what a foof. Immunities to gas, weakness to puncture and mag. There we go, this idiot spawned. My lovely meatballs. He didn't charge my item. Tapping them. Okay, there. All three mods were wrong. So as you can see, they got crossed. I think it didn't update here yet. Yeah. But for some reason, I'm at 10%. What? So as you can see, these three mods are white now, and with a line crossing them. That means these are not the correct mods. What I do now is I switch them with other mods. I just put this one, and this one. Okay, so I found the room I was mentioning before that was super cool, and it's this one. Sides with a foam pit, sorry. I can't really use the slide like, well, actually you can, kind of. Just, oh yeah, that actually works quite well. And yes, they got physics. Well, right after I cut the recording for the room, this guy spawned, and we'll see if it's the correct mod. So it's taking some time, meaning it's a correct mod, and it's the R mod. Good. So I get some disinfection, and I finish my mission now. So I keep the R because it's that one. I put the 15% one, and then the hard cell one. Wait, that depends actually. Let's calculate. So I have 20%. Yeah, okay. So since I need 80%, whether I do with a 15 and a 10% or two 15%, it will take as long. So I might as well run with the hard cell one. All right. Since all the weapons share the same resource, so 10 each weapon, you can pre-farm for the next rotation. So it's like 70 max per rotation that you need to farm, and the next rotation will probably have 6. You just need to farm 60 life hard cell for the next rotation, and you'll be able to buy them all without touching any Lich. So you can just grind these like crazy. And whenever there's a new rotation with a weapon you might like, just come here and buy them. I recommend getting the reputation thingy for Minerva and Velemir, because when you browse weapons, you can buy these weapons for reputation. Alright, now let's talk about Temple's mission. So you need to farm this resource, the beating heartstrings. To get this resource, you need to play the Solstice Square mission. I think non-Steel Path gives like 5 to 10 and Steel Path gives 10 to 15 or something like that. I'm not sure. I know that in Steel Path you can get like 15 in a run. For the loadout, for the Warframe, I recommend two things. Either something that doesn't die, like Revenant, or something that clears really well, like Equinox, but that's the build I'm gonna run. I have some strength here for, well, Nourish of course, and also for the damage vulnerability, for the stronger units. I run Aegis as a safety, same with Breathe Free Spite and Green Guard, just because I find it more comfortable. I recommend, wait, where's my head? What? Well, it's fine. I recommend at least one tank killer weapon for a specific mob. So you can run Ferex, and I run Falcor to clear masses of enemies, because what you want here is to kill enemies really fast. I run Zenuric for energy, because I actually have some nasty energy issues. I like to run Helios usually when new content drops for scanning enemies, but here I'm done scanning, so I go with Revenant. Well, no. I mean with my Hound. Same build as before. Yeah, that's my Felerix build, by the way, with these evolutions. Okay, so when you spawn, you just go to the stage, which is marked. Once you arrive there, it will start a countdown of 5 seconds before it starts the game. I just get myself some energy. And now, you just kill enemies. I love Falcor for this because, for obvious reasons. But enemies spawn really slowly here, so it can take quite some time. That's why I like to run a nuke like Equinox. You just need to defend Flare. You will stay here, you will just do some music. The Wish also helps with Falcor, although it's not necessary, but like if you run other weapons. Well, that helps allies too anyway. I usually use my 4 when I have at least 1 million damage at average steel pass levels. But of course the value will depend on the enemy's level and stuff. Okay, so these are the big mobs. You wanna get rid of them really fast. Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Also it nullifies, it basically acts like a demolist. If you don't kill it in time, he will run towards there and nuke him. That won't necessarily one-shot, but that is like 90% of his health or something. And I guess Magus Lockdown would work, like for demolists. I haven't tried. Yeah, so we did the first wave, which is 3 rounds. We changed it in this update, now defense are 3 waves. And what happens here is that the stage breaks, and you end up underground. And you go back to killing enemies. Okay, first wave clear. Wait, I meant round earlier. Like a round is 3 waves. If I remember correctly, the first round above stage is much slower because the enemies spawn further and much slower. On launch, this area was actually much slower because the balloon enemies wouldn't spawn. Like they would take a whole minute to spawn each. So sometimes a round would last, well, a wave would last like 2 or 3 minutes. No matter how fast you could kill. And I think there's one screamer, so the big unit that spawn each round. There we go. These guys are extremely tanky. But Felarix does handle them pretty well. Okay, so we did 2 rounds in 7 minutes. Okay. So we did these, we got 78. So that means we got an average 11 per round. So I forgot to mention, but you can get these Temple and his weapons parts as a round reward. So instead of relics, but here I only got relics. So it means it can save you a lot of time. Oh wait, no. Also the mission for 21 rounds took 25 minutes. Alright. Also yeah, it's a great source of arcane, thanks to the screamers. And I heard Necros Desecrate works on them, but I haven't tested myself, so maybe it could be worth running him too. That's also some fine endo, though to keep in mind I have Mud Booster, so endo and arcanes are amped up. That's some pretty big Riven Sliver amount too. Let's go to Temple, well, to Flare, Frame, Flare, and there we go. So with that run, we can buy 1 part of Flare basically. On average, you can buy 1 part in 6 rounds on average, except for these 2. So it should be about 66 rounds to get everything, in case you don't get anything from mission rewards. That means it'll take 264 minutes or 4 hours and a half. So if you grind this for 4 hours and a half straight, not getting anything from mission rewards, and while being quite unlucky, you should have Temple and his weapon. So again, as you play Liches and Temple, you will get some reputation, which you can use to buy these weapons. I actually recommend doing Temple first maybe, because he has 3 days, well 3.5 days crafting time. Okay, last thing I believe is ETA, so Elite Temporal Archimedea, which I haven't done yet. I haven't touched it yet. I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, for those who don't know what it is at all, let's see. So here you have a selection of warframes and weapons, which is randomized. So each player will have something different. Here it says I have to choose between Kumei, Gara or Neja. For the primaries, Reconifex, Apak or Nagontaka. For the secondaries I have between Dwell, Coda, Torgzika, Aegrit and Furis. And for the melees I have Amanata, Venato and Hespar. You don't have to choose them, but every time you choose something that's like in the randomizer, you get an additional reward. And then you have some debuffs. So these are the personal modifiers that you apply only to yourself. These are the same for everyone, I think, for every week. Like, every week they change, but everyone will have the same. These are randoms. And then we have 3 different missions. So here we start with an Exterminate. It's the same for everyone. Then we have an Hell Scrub with Techrot. But that doesn't say if it's Techrot or Scaldra here. The last one, which is the Stage Defense. Also, if you complete the Temporal Archimedea once with all the debuffs and stuff, you unlock Elite Archimedea, which gives you access to even more rewards. If you see here, that removes some of the rewards. You want all of them turned on and have a full loadout first. I'll show you my loadout. So I picked Gara for the defense, that can be interesting. Okay, so I have my Gara Prime. Then I went for Arpak, and I took the Torgzika, but I think I'll actually go with the Furies for obvious reason. Yeah, that should be good. And then the Amanata because, well, it was in the selection that I didn't know what else to pick. I'll also take Vazarin for the Vazarin Dash, which can be really helpful. And I have my Hound Companion. Okay, so I pick my things, unlock, begin search. Okay, and oh, that's a really nice touch. Am I in public? Yeah. I recommend doing this in public though. Okay, let's see. Alright. How do you pick Gara already? Okay, so yeah, that's okay. So we have to take care of the F11, well, the supply cache really badly. And there we go. That's pretty nice. Oh, what? Can get those from here. Oh, that's epic. That's like 50k reputation, so that's really nice. Okay, so that's the survival now. But I revive the ally. I just killed 2 of them. How is there another one? Okay, so we finished the survival. We just head to extraction. Alright, 3rd one. Oh, and we got the new one of the new arcanes. Alright, what was it already? Oh yeah, the defense. I hope the tempo is not made of paper. There's actually some pretty good hair physics there. Yeah, these are Scaldra, so they are much tankier. Okay, that's melting them, that's good. I got lucky to have Furies, to be honest. Okay, we're going underground. Yeah, Vazarin Dash works, that's amazing. These guys are tanky as fuck. Okay, and it's done. Let's try say GG's. Oh, it's in caps, good. Ooh. They give mixed Archon Shards. That's not even from Elite. Okay, so I'm going back to Kaya. Okay, whatever that is. Now I have Elite Temporal Archimedea, which are gonna be the same missions, loadout, and these personal debuffs are the same, but the mission debuffs are different. Oh wait, never mind, that's the same thing, except that they have a 3rd one. Alright, we are now doing the edit version. Okay, so I can use the Pity Picks. I'm not gonna run anything. Okay, so I have all of my stuff. So we get... Oh, we can get Omnia Forma Blueprint. That sucks. Blueprint sucks. But I can ignore this, to be honest. Alright, let's begin the search. We still have time, but... Nice. Okay, we good. Invert tap abilities. Gara. Inverted. Wait. Firm. Save. Yeah, we have an Oberon, that's really nice. And the Frost. Yeah, that's gonna be a nice run. Yeah, getting the Overguard, that's very sweet. 23 million damage, I don't know why. 25, okay. Non-LOS thing are so lovely. You know, that's what I love about EDA and, well, ETA now. The fact that it's making me want to play more stuff, like it's making me wanna play new stuff. Well, Circuit 2, I guess. My pop filter is trying to run away. 500 meters away. Oh, the foam pit. I think that's what you call it, right? I want first-person view so much on Warframe. That would follow the same movements as the third-person camera, like when you do that you don't go spinny. Just basically see it as moving the camera where my head is. Yeah, in EDA and ETA, make sure you focus on reviving your allies before doing anything else. I gave him like 600 hit ticks with just the Furies. What? Oh, we got... Oh, we are fucked, I think. We might be fucked. Oh, what? Where is that? What did I just do? I'm not sure what I just did. Okay, that's just getting a lot more intense suddenly. Okay. Okay, that's a nice reward, I guess. Oh, that was sick. Of course, he spawns really far. That's what I was talking about when I said, like for the temple farming guide, that the enemies spawn really far away when you're on the surface. That's exactly what I'm referring to. It looks like there's a 3-minute CD for energy pads. Okay, yeah, the Screamer spawned. And he died. Yeah, that's going pretty fast. That's nice. Yeah, right, I could call in a crew member. Someone called in a bike, alright. And one of the new arcades. Good. Okay, so that was the edit Temporal Archimedea. That was pretty fun, honestly. This video was recorded differently, so the audio and how I speak are different too. I hope it's not too bad, although I know the audio mixing is gonna be bad. Damn YouTube normalization. Thank you for watching. Now you can help Marty Bot in 1999. Remember to have fun. Adios.